Well, thank you, sir. So today on social media, we're talking about basset hounds. On a list, they made it as the most dramatic dog breed. So we're wondering, what kind of dog breed do you have?
I have a pointer mix.
What is going on over here? You can join us on Facebook at Morning Blend Omaha. We're also on Twitter, so look for us there at OMA Morning Blend.
His character, Ranger Jones in Yogi Bear, was described by a writer as dumb, but not in a funny way.
What?
In real life, TJ Miller is smart and funny.
Who is this writer?
Here he is.
Is he in the studio?
He's not here.
Dumb but not in a funny way? I've been trying to be dumb in a funny way since I started. That's incredible.
Here, that's nice.
You know, a lot of people come on here, and I'm sure they act insane, and they do their spit takes because they're comedians. Yeah. But I don't do the spit take thing anymore because it's just been so played out. It feels like an 80s device. Okay. So I'm doing more dribble takes now. Okay. More over the spit take. So go ahead, I'm sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say, here he is, straight off the Todd and Tyler Radio Empire.
What? What do you mean?
That's a dribble take. Here, say something else crazy.
Hold on, can we zoom in on him so we don't miss this shot?
Get in
like
here.
Super tight.
Zoom in so we don't.
There's no cameraman, but robot.
Super tight.
Robot, come close. Robot, come close. Okay.
Now, please, there, right there.
Okay. Right, so say something crazy.
Why did you?
Say something about how you guys just got married or something like that.
We just got married.
What?
No, you didn't. Really? Oh, no!
And a lot of people say, TJ, you got wet knees, you know? But I don't necessarily know. I think that can be considered some sort of a slur. You know, they call me old wet knees. Old wet knees, carrots and peas, they used to call me in San Antonio.
They did call you that, huh? Oh, wet knees. So you got this movie coming out, Transformers.
What? I'm in Transformers? No one told me that. No one told me that.
Mary's left foot is wet. Her left foot is wet.
Yeah, I'm in Transformers 4, Age of Extinction, and I am sorry if you've gotten a little bit wet, but somebody else is too, and you don't see them complaining. You know, Mark Wahlberg and I remember we were on his jet, and we were sort of talking about different wines and what we liked and what we didn't. And I remember saying to him, Mark, do you stay in touch with any of the Funky Bunch anymore? And he just didn't find that funny at all.
And then he said, do you want to be in Transformers?
Do you want to be in the movie?
Well, actually, I was currently in the movie. That was the only way I could get on his jet. It would have been weird if I sort of found my way on there without that happening.
So were you on the jet with him?
I was on the jet.
What was it like flying on his jet?
You know, he's a really cool guy. He's got an actual entourage, though. I mean, he really does. Yeah. So there is, there's a real life turtle, but he has a different name. I think it's Hamster. And there's a real E.
So he still hangs with these guys.
Oh, absolutely. And he really treats them very well. You know, he's a nice guy, and he's as down to earth as you can be for having gone from underwear model to Boogie Nights to now the lead in Transformers 4. Well, co-star of Transformers 4 Age of Extinction.
Do you have an entourage?
Have you guys seen the film? Do I have an entourage? Yeah, it's kind of an imaginary entourage. I have a large guy who's my bodyguard, but I haven't been able to pay him in a while, so he quit coming around. And, Megan O is my friend. She's sort of the kingpin of the lesbian scene in Los Angeles, so I've got a lot of ins there. I don't know if either of you guys go lesbian clubbing on Thursdays, but I know the place to go. Do you go often, Mike?
Not as often as I should, probably.
When's the last time you went?
Been
you got to make your way down to Hollywood. I'll show you a good time. You ever had knees so wet that people pointed out on the subway?
I was going to ask you, do you have a need for a bodyguard? You said you had an imaginary one.
You can see by my behavior that I have run into a lot of trouble with authorities.
Do people gather around you and
they don't
try to grab you?
A lot of people come up to me. You know, I'm at that level of pseudo-celebrity where people will come up and they'll say, like, hey, we went to high school together.
They think they know who you are?
Yeah, and then I'll just play along with it. I'll say, yeah, absolutely. Where did you go? And they're like, Lincoln High. And I'm like, yeah, me too. What year were you? 02. Yeah, same as me. I remember you. And they go, yeah. And I go, have you heard what happened to Marita? And they go, what do you mean? I don't remember Marita. Neither does anyone anymore. She's been horribly disfigured in a trash can accident. And I just walk away.
There is this sort of serious story that you tell.
Let's talk about it.
A life-saving decision that you had. I mean, this was scary for you. We only have a minute.
That's
you were
okay.
having seizures.
Let's
and the
go through it quickly.
doctor said, we've got to save
I had
your
an
life.
arterial venous malformation. That's a cluster of veins and arteries that is congenitally a disorder that's in your mind. They removed a golf ball size of my brain, and I asked right before the surgery, will I continue to be funny? And he said, why do you care? If you don't get it out, you'll die in your mid-30s. So I rolled the dice. There's a 1 out of 10 chance that you die in an open cranial surgery of that form. And I did not die, but I lost all my sense of humor. Is that a minute?
That was good.
What? It was? Look at those kids.
Let's show you
see a pillow like this?
That pillow is made out of a bath mat. I sewed it myself. Good thing, since you're soaking wet.
It looks like he just came out of a bathtub. I mean,
Look
give
at
us
how
a
big
It
shot.
looks like I just came out of a bathtub.
So wet.
But, you know, my fiance Kate, we call her Burping Thomas, but she,
that shirt.
yeah, this is pretty real.
That's a
ladies.
see-through. It's a wet T-shirt contest, ladies.
Here's what I would say. If you can see through it, you can have it. You know what I mean? I'm saying that. You get the tie. Now, this is actually a full-length
Wait,
tie
I
for a
wanna-
very small man.
Let's-
And I was able to buy this, but it's a metaphor for when I go to bed with my fiance, Kate, I come in, well, you cut away from this. I mean, this is great. So now everybody thinks that my chest
And
looks
then-
like the dates that I'm going to be at the Omaha Funny Bone.
Right, and then you're doing a podcast, which people can buy tickets to. as
Yes,
well.
at 420 Cash Levy, and you see the dollar sign, that's very clever, with TJ Miller, although there are periods in my name. I don't know why people don't want to do that, because that is Tudge Miller, broadcasting live from the Funny Bone. It's an $18 show. You can see a live podcast. If you don't know what that is, come and find out.
Yeah.
If you don't like podcasts, then you're not a fun person.
Thank you, TJ.
TJ Miller.
Guys,
We're
this
back.
is a metaphor for when the ladies come home. Look, they think it's short and girthy in the beginning, but then they see it. There's a length to it.
Talking about
Yes.
311 when we come
Yes,
back.
311. We'll be right back.
311.